Hey guys, it's Shelley. Welcome back to Clean Green Being. If it's your first time here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you don't mind, before you leave, hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification icon below, I would greatly appreciate it. And lastly, if you find the information in today's video helpful, be sure to hit the like button. So today's video is actually really exciting because I have partnered with Madison Reed, which is a luxurious home hair color brand that has a variety of products that are free from really toxic ingredients that are found in conventional hair colors that you might find at a salon. So today I am going to be trying out their all over color kit on my sister-in-law, who has so graciously agreed to be my model. My sister-in-law is a new mom. She is looking to kind of give some life back to her hair. She's never colored her hair before and just wants to get some shine and just kind of liven it up a bit. So I thought she would be a perfect candidate to be my model. So if you're interested in sticking around to watch me apply and try out the Madison Reed all over hair color kit, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so before we jump into the footage of me trying and applying the Madison Reed all over hair color kit to my sister-in-law's hair, I first want to give you a little bit of information about the products and kind of the brand itself. So as mentioned, Madison Reed does produce very high quality salon style color products that are free from really toxic ingredients. Conventional hair color does contain chemicals that have negative effects on our health. If you think about it, most hair colors we're applying to our roots, and if you're doing all over color especially, it is sitting really close, if not on our scalp, and that gives those chemicals the opportunity to absorb into our system. So when looking for hair color, I feel it's super important to find products that are as safe as possible for us and our bodies, and I was really excited to collaborate with Madison Reed because they definitely fit the bill in terms of healthy hair color. So in terms of ingredients, I'm first going to start with the bad. So all of Madison Reed's hair color products, they have all over products, they have root touch-ups, they have hair glosses, highlights, etc. All of these products are free from harmful chemicals such as ammonia. And ammonia is typically used in conventional hair color to separate the hair's delicate protein layers so that it can actually absorb and accept the color. However, ammonia is really not good for us, and it also carries that really kind of harsh smell that you might notice when you're getting your hair color in the salon. So I love that Madison Reed's products don't have that harsh smell. These products are also free from a chemical called PPD, which is kind of, I think, a pigment that is used in darker hair coloring products. However, the problem with this is that PPD has been linked to lupus, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and even asthma, which is super scary. So I love that these products are free from that. Another chemical that is often found in conventional colors is RESORCINOL. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And what's scary about RESORCINOL is that some hair coloring products that claim to be ammonia-free actually use RESORCINOL in its place. However, Madison Reed does not use that. What's scary about RESORCINOL is that it does have the potential to impact our immune system. These products are also free from parabens, phthalates, gluten, titanium dioxide, which is actually a known carcinogen, and it can also contribute to immunotoxicity and organ toxicity, and I believe asthma. And it's also free from sodium lauryl sulfate, which is a really harsh chemical that can dry the hair out and result in split ends. Sodium lauryl sulfate is used in a lot of hair coloring products because it just helps to facilitate the absorption of color to your hair. So now that I've talked about the bad in terms of products that are not included in these products, I do want to touch on the good. So Madison Reed products also contain a lot of very nourishing ingredients, which include keratin, baobab oil, argan oil, mongongo oil, ginseng root extract, and maracuja oil. So these are really nourishing, hydrating, and just really great ingredients to have in hair color, because traditional hair color can be, as I'm sure you know, pretty harsh to the hair. So these are really nourishing ingredients to kind of keep the hair healthy. So with that, let's just go ahead and jump right into the footage of me trying and applying the Madison Reed All Over Permanent Hair Color Kit. Okay, so this is my lovely sister-in-law who has so graciously offered her virgin hair. It has never been colored before, so she is going to let us try out the Madison Reed All Over Permanent Hair Color Kit today. So I'm just gonna turn it over to Allison so she can give you an idea as to kind of what her goals were when it came to picking a color from the Madison Reed site.
I'm really just looking to sort of enrich my color, make it feel richer, a little bit darker. What I really liked about Madison Reed was I could go online and do a quiz to help me really dial it in and make sure that I was picking the right color for what I was looking for. You know, I don't have a ton of grays, but I wanted some low lights, some highlights, and you're able to sort of dial all of that in. Then we worked with the colorist to really narrow it down to a really particular color that I think is gonna look really nice.
Yeah, so we settled on Bolzano Brown, and again, as Allison mentioned, we were able to work with a colorist. So Madison Reed does have colorists available to you 24/7. So if you're online taking the color quiz and you settle on a color, but you want maybe some confirmation or just have a little bit more questions about the color itself, you definitely have that service to you. Okay, so in terms of the kit itself, it does come with everything that you need to successfully color your hair. There are a ton of resources available to you on the Madison Reed website. It comes with instructions that walk you through step by step to make it pretty much foolproof. I know sometimes home hair color, at least to me, I don't know about you, Allison, it can be a little bit intimidating. Again, there are a ton of resources available to you so that it makes it a lot easier. So in terms of what comes in the kit, it does come with a cap, latex gloves, the color itself, the color activator, and this is the bottle application kit. It also comes with a barrier cream and cleansing wipe. And it also comes with the Madison Reed color protecting shampoo and conditioner that you can use when your hair is finished developing and also after, so that you can maintain and protect your color. So with that being said, we'll just go ahead and kind of get started per the directions that were given to us from Madison Reed. Again, I do want to call out Allison's hair has never been colored before. She has very minimal grays, and she was looking to just kind of bring some vibrance and depth and shine back into her hair. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so as mentioned, the kit does come with a full set of directions, and it makes it really simple because there is a Let's Get Started page, and basically what it says is if you've never colored your hair before, or if you haven't colored your hair in a while, especially from home, you definitely want to do a sensitivity test and also a strand test. So for the sake of time, I've already completed the sensitivity test on Allison's skin. We just kind of skipped the strand test because we just want to go for it and give it a shot. But going from there, it does say that you want to start by sectioning the hair into 4 quadrants. And I'm gonna do so by using this little pointed tip color brush. I'm going to be using the bowl application method today. The color does come in the bottle as mentioned, so if you don't have a bowl or a little hair color brush, you could do it that way as well. I just like to use a brush. I feel like it's easier to kind of paint into the hair, so we just kind of went with that method today. So again, as mentioned, I'm going to section the hair into 4 quadrants with this little pointed brush. So what I basically did here is I took the brush and kind of parted it all the way down the center, and then I'm going to take it kind of right above her ear and make an even part there too, so there's a straight line. There's a section of hair back here, and then there's a section of hair on the top, and those are the sections that we are going to work from one by one when we apply the color. Okay, so the next step in the directions, it says to apply the barrier cream. This is so obviously if you get hair color a little bit on your forehead, it's not going to stain the skin. However, I do want to mention that when applying the barrier cream, so you're going to want to apply it around the hairline. You don't want to get the barrier cream in the hair itself because it does have like a water repelling. It's kind of like a Vaseline or something like that. So the color won't be able to absorb into the hair if you get it into the hairline. So you definitely want to avoid that. If you were doing your hair at home, if you were doing this on yourself, I know I'm doing this on her, so it might look a little bit easier. However, if I was doing this on myself, it is really easy to just kind of section your hair into 4 sections. So everything that I'm doing on her is really easy to do on yourself, even if you are using a brush. I mean, it always helps to have a friend help you out, but if you are doing it yourself, it's not going to be that difficult. So now we have the barrier cream on, and the next step in the directions is to actually mix the color. So I am going to do that. I'm gonna apply my gloves now. Okay, so now I'm going to mix the actual color itself with the activator in just like a old Tupperware bowl. Again, as mentioned, I do have a little hair color brush. You can pick these up at Sally's for like 99 cents, super cheap. So they are really obtainable if you need one. Okay, so I put the color and activator in the bowl, and then you're just supposed to mix it up very thoroughly with your hair color brush. And you wanna smell that? So there's absolutely really no smell to this at all. Typically hair colors, again, as mentioned in my intro, it's that ammonia ingredient, which gives hair color that really kind of sharp smell. So that is kind of a pleasant surprise. All right, so I have the color mixed thoroughly in the bowl, and now we're gonna start actually applying it to her hair. All right, so obviously you wanna apply a towel. You don't wanna get your clothes dirty or stained if this is your first time coloring. And per the directions, we're gonna work in sections. So I'm gonna start with this section to my right. I'm gonna take it down, and I'm gonna work in sections that are about 1/4 of an inch. And you want to start with the root or hairline first because you really want the color to saturate, obviously up close as you can to her roots, so then it looks obviously more natural and even. Just into her roots, really kind of just pressing down. Allison, let me know if you have like any discomfort. I mean, again, we already did a sensitivity test, but sometimes you never know when you apply it on your full head of hair. Okay, so I saturated her roots pretty good up there. I might just do a little more because I'm gonna go extra. And then again, you wanna start with about 1/4 inch section. So when I was talking with my hairstylist, he was very informative and kind of giving me some tips when coloring your own hair at home. You don't want to use really thick strips because the color won't saturate through. You want to take a thin enough strip so when you apply the color, you can see it on the other side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this little section right here and just start literally painting it on her hair. So when I pull it over, again, you want to make sure you can see it on the other side. Then I'm gonna pull the color down, and with the leftover color, we're gonna make sure we saturate it down. So then you have a nicely even coated section of hair. And again, just work your way down. Allison's getting the post-baby at-home salon hair treatment today. One tip my hair stylist gave me was that if you're doing your color, sometimes a lot of people like to pull their hair close to the scalp when they're letting the color sit. However, that doesn't allow the hair that you've just colored to breathe, and it kind of prevents the color from activating evenly. So you kind of want to just keep it, you don't need it just like slicked back real tight to the scalp. So I'm going to move on to the left side of her head. All right, so I am working on the last section of her hair. I'm just kind of making sure, again, I'm getting even coverage. And then what I'm gonna do, I think, is kind of take the rest of what's in the bottle, or bowl rather, and just kind of make sure everything is really saturated. I'm gonna focus on her ends and I'm gonna start pulling her hair back because we're going to put it into the cap that it comes with. So I'm just gonna start pulling her hair back. So here I can see if there's any maybe missed dry sections. And again, I don't want it to be too tight to the scalp because we want the hair to get some oxygen to actually let the color develop. Just kind of gonna loosely pin it to the top of her head and just take the leftover color and just focus on the ends, because I feel like that's the most kind of ignored area because you're so focused on the roots and stuff like that. If you're doing all over color, you're gonna wanna make sure you're getting the ends of the hair as well. Okay, so I did get a little bit of color on her forehead, so that's okay. The pack does come with a cleansing wipe that you can use to just kind of clean up the areas that you might have got the color on her skin. And it is coming off really nicely whenever I use the wipe. Okay, so looking good. We'll throw on the cap. Okay, so we have this lovely cap on Allison. We're gonna let it sit for 35 minutes per the directions. That is the developing time. So we'll let it sit and we will be right back. Okay, so it has been 35 minutes again, and Allison has washed her hair, dried and styled it. And honestly, guys, her hair looks so gorgeous. I am really impressed. It is multi-dimensional. I'm noticing 3 different tones that are really complementary to one another. Her hair is so soft, shiny, and it just really gave it some life. Allison, what are your thoughts?
It looks great. It's exactly what I wanted. It's richer, it's a little bit darker. I mean, it feels great. It looks super shiny. It covered over some of the grays I had. It's exactly what I was hoping for.
And it was super easy, beautiful results, healthy ingredients. You really can't beat it, and it's also super affordable. So if you are on the market or kind of on the fence about either trying Madison Reed or coloring your hair at home, I really encourage you to check out Madison Reed. They are super simple, the resources are there, and it is really beautiful results. So thank you so much, Allison, for being my guinea pig today. I think you look really gorgeous.
Thanks.
Okay, so that completes the try and apply of the Madison Reed all over permanent hair color kit. I am just so blown away as to how beautiful this hair color really was. I've seen testimonials and I've heard really great things about Madison Reed hair color. However, to see it in person is just a whole different story. The dimension, the shine, and just kind of the richness of this color was just so gorgeous. It's just amazing to know that this home hair color kit that is free from all of these toxic ingredients really provides salon quality results for a fraction of the price. So I am just really amazed. It is definitely a win in our book. So with that being said, let me know in the comments down below if you have tried any of the Madison Reed products. I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts and opinions. I really want to try out their hair gloss, so if you've tried that, let me know your thoughts. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to view today's video. I really appreciate your viewership. Clean Green Being has new uploads every Sunday and Wednesday, so if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon below so that you can be notified of all of our future uploads, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.